I didn't even invite anybody to this live, but who cares? Whoever logs in, logs in. And I'll figure out how to save it. Greetings. So I decided to do a live this morning. This was so random. I'm literally stuck in traffic, and yeah. So greetings, peace and blessings, grand risings, all that good stuff. So I think I just decided to do this live or whatever because I've had like multiple conversations with the course of like a few of my friends over like the past few weeks, just regarding like relationships and love and being single and dating and all that type of stuff. So I just recently been having like just so many conversations with like all my friends about, maybe I wouldn't invite some people. No, people are coming as they go. And I'm just learning so much about everybody's level of going through things with people. Like everybody's going through something, like relationship wise, whether it's men or women, because my brothers definitely confide in me about their relationship things or whatever. And so I'm definitely getting the whole best of both worlds on what everybody's feeling and what everybody is thinking about love and relationships, and how everybody literally had their own understanding, meaning, and interpretation about love and relationships pretty much. So talking to, and I'll never discuss anybody's information that confides in me, but just giving a scenario of just like different situations that are happening amongst us single folks and people that are in and out of relationships and kind of like just trying to figure things out. And I'm trying to figure out like how everybody goes to like the abundant of the same drama. So women usually have the same issue with men. He's cheating, not being honest, not being helpful, not a provider, doesn't do much for the kids or whatever. Usually along those lines, women have some type of issue with the man. So you usually get that whole conversation. My most recent that I've been getting from on the men's point of view from the side is that women are actually kind of being insensitive. And that was new for me, like to hear from my brothers and like close guy friends that women are actually becoming insensitive. And I'm actually going to have to agree with like the fellas on this one. I'm definitely going to have to say that I agree with y'all on like a lot of these new women are insensitive. And I really think it's alert behavior with us trying to protect ourselves. I think I had a point in my life where I didn't care, or I didn't like really like who gives a F. I'm out here, I'm having fun, I'm single, I'm enjoying life, F these guys, whatever. I think everybody kind of goes through that phase, and everybody goes through that phase where they're like, I'm done playing now, I'm ready to come and be loved on and be happy, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like we go through these particular phases in our life with our level of like understanding ourselves and what it is that we desire. Like, how often do we have that conversation with ourselves about what it is that we want from our partner? Like, guys, do y'all really sit back and think about what type of woman that you really, really desire? Or is it like a whole... And I don't care, like, if you up and anybody is available to come join me on this live, Jewel, if you logged in, I would love for you to join this live with me, because you are definitely a like-minded woman like myself, and I would love to get your take and your rebuttal on it. But like men do, like really, what type of women are y'all looking for? Like, let's have that conversation. What type of woman do you want? What do you desire? What do you need from your woman? Things like that. So, I don't know. I think I would love to have like a double conversation and ask not just one man, because I think every man is on a different level. Every woman is on a different level. So what you want and what you desire. Yes, Jewel, come on in. A good friend of mine, Jewel Monique, is about to join us. So, yeah. So, I mean, while we wait for Jewel to connect, greetings, sis.
Hello, love. How are you?
I am well, thank you. It's good to see your face.
Well, thank you. Excuse me. I know I'm looking crazy, so I'm trying to hide in the dark.
No,
a little late.
Listen, you good. Listen, I'm on my way to work, and I'm all like in work morning mode, so it's like it is what it is. But I literally just I was just talking to a few of my good girlfriends or whatever this morning, and we were just having our morning like conversations, and just conversations came up just regarding our lives, our social lives, who we with, the relationships we're in, who we're entertaining, what we're doing. And the conversation is a revolving door between all of the women.
Same with me and my friends too. And we say the same thing. We're all going through the same things. Like you said, it's usually either the guys are cheating or they're not providing or not doing enough. Same. But I have not heard the men saying that the women aren't sensitive. The truth is, I have not been asking. But I do understand that would be the natural response, though. Because, like, that's honestly the place where me and a lot of my girlfriends were for 2019. Like, you know what? Forget it. They don't want to act right, so then we just going to do us. And I can't say that that's the best response, but that's the protective response, you know? So, like, when you put yourself in a position to where you're not loving yourself first, it's the pendulum swing. So then you go to the other extreme. And then now in 2020, vision's a little more clear. You said.
Listen, I done got the 2020. It's 2020. Definitely F these niggas, fuck these bitches. Like, you know, the whole, like, you know, and I get the energy, because that's the energy you need when you're pouring into yourself. Like, you know what? Let me be a little selfish with me. Let me love on me. But I think we put it into a whole nother source of another person, because we use that person to make us feel so much more. We need that completion from somebody. So somebody said to me, I heard you single now. And so, dang, I thought you was happy. It was good to see that you was happy. And more than one person said that, and they were all men. And so I said, well, can I ask you a question? What made you think that I wasn't happy prior to, or now that I'm even happier? And so it just let me know that people tie their happiness into other people, and it never comes from you. Go ahead, talk. I'm about to connect to my...
Because I want to receive love unconditionally. That means I got to give it unconditionally. Like the universal law that is ruled by law. So when you're reaping karma, whatever you want to call it, what you're putting out is what you're going to get back. But the part that I did not understand before, I felt like if I poured my all into this person, this person will pour their all into me. But what it really is that I've got to pour that unconditional love into myself.
Absolutely.
And draw a person in who is already complete and whole and can pour unconditional love into themselves. So now we're two whole people just complementing each other rather than looking for fulfillment. That has been my biggest lesson, I guess, for 2020 relationship.
You pause and look at. Jump in and out, probably because of our connections, but are you back?
Okay, yeah, I can see you now. Is it good?
All right, because it's like, and I know because I'm driving wherever, like, it's just a mess. But it's fine. We going to keep rolling. But go ahead.
Right. But no,
but you know what I do?
You got to give yourself
because ultimately that's what it is.
Law of attraction.
I do agree with attracting what we align with. at that point in time, wherever your vibration is, whatever you're feeling about yourself, whatever energy and your whole aura of what's going on around you and within you is exactly what you're going to attract. And so when I think about like past relationships or dating ships or sexuationships, like a good friend of mine said, when I think about that particular thing, I laugh because I'll be like, well, damn, where was I at when I was dating him?
Right.
Like, what place was I in? Like, was I that bad? Or, you know, when I have one relationship that I always say that I sabotaged. I was very young. I was very, very young. I was just coming out of a very traumatic relationship, so I didn't give myself a chance to break, to give myself a chance to heal, to figure me out. I was young. I was a teenager, so I was constantly looking like I need to replace this love. Somebody else got to love on me because this was feeling crazy, so I need to attach to something else. And I met a really, really good guy who hadn't dealt with heartbreak and trauma just yet, and I was the one to bring that on in a very toxic way. You know how hard it is for people to say that they were toxic in their own way? Some people can never admit that they were toxic at one point in their life. Like, we will play the blame game on everybody else about how somebody else made us feel, but we can never, and that's why a lot of people don't grow, we don't heal, we don't get ahead, because we can't take accountability and self-reflect and put the mirror on us like, yo, I was real toxic. I was hurting. I was abused. I was just like a mess, and I walked into that situation with I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me, but I'm going to love you, though. I'm going to show you I love you.
Yes.
If you try to hurt me, I'm going to show you what's up.
Girl, I feel like we all do that. Like I said, just a defense mechanism. I see someone GetItDone.com saying that, I can't see a picture, I think it's a he, that said they feel like they missed something huge. But basically, I was just saying, like, how women, we go through the cycles of dealing with whatever we're dealing with men, and then we have the perception of, so like it's a pendulum swing. So we go from the extreme of not loving ourselves enough. So then we go to the selfish place of, I'm going to be willing to hurt someone else in order to love myself. But right now, it comes into balance, saying that I'm going to love me the way I want to be loved, and then I attract someone who can also love me that same way because they love themselves the same. Yeah. But it's all a learning and growth process. You know, we learn this by trial and error. Oh, I think the sound went out again. I'll give it a minute to come back. Can you guys hear anything? Okay.
So I'm just have to do it like this. Can you hear me better like this?
Now, yeah,
Can you hear me
absolutely.
better like this? Okay, I figured.
Much
but go
better.
ahead.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that, and that was heavy that you touched on it. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, yeah, I'm just speaking about my life, to be real with you. Just learning a day at a time, trial and error.
It's definitely
you can hear now.
a trial and error. Like, and if you would have to apologize your whole life, you'd be apologizing forever. Like, you know, apologize. Like, I'm sorry to hurt you. I'm just trying to figure shit out. Sorry, didn't mean to break your heart.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
it out.
But to be honest with you, you know, someone else who's on your healing level will understand that. So, you know, if they don't understand, it's okay. They might place. It's true.
It's true. Someone else on your healing level, I like that. And I like that because we tend to so I told my girlfriend this morning, whoever tells you, as for relationship advice, I cannot stand this line and I can't stand when people say this. You know what? Sometimes you just got to go through some shit. And you got to just put up with some shit to really show that person or really show that you committed and dedicated. Are you crazy? I will not go through hurt. I will not go through that. I will not tell myself that I have to accept these things just to see the good in that person. That a person is dealing with a level of healing that not even my love can heal because it has to be done. and I'm not going to keep being hurt while they're fixing themselves. No, fix yourself. I'm fixing me, and then if the universe aligns, then we'll meet back later.
Okay.
More than likely, it's not happening.
I feel you. So I'm gonna speak on a personal experience. I have felt like that, and I have felt like my ancestors. I guess that's who I go to spiritually for my guidance. I go to my ancestors, and I felt like for this particular situation, my ancestors were telling me that I needed to forgive this person and be patient. But that is different from actively accepting misuse and abuse. But it's more of a, don't cut this person off energetically, give them a moment to heal and then return. But that comes from a spiritual place. That's not a place of, oh, I gotta have this person and I'll do anything with it. That comes from a place of inner knowing that there is something beyond on the horizon, and this person is actively working to heal and to grow better. But the only reason I say that is because there will always be some sort of hurt, because we're human. We're all in this human experience, and we're all like, inside of the matrix trying to figure stuff out. So we're going to make mistakes. But to your point, that for someone who is not trying to heal, who is just, this is who I am, this is how I am, you just got to accept me.
Who I am.
They're not on the healing level, like you said.
It's so toxic. And like I love the woman that I am now because I'm not her from so many years ago. And so when I like recall my past life, and I'll be like, oh, woo, dang, I like her. Like this
see the growth.
Person that who I've grown into, like, this is my authentic self.
Yes.
This is who I was always meant to be. This woman that I am, I was always meant to be her. She wasn't meant to take no shit and just deal with everything. She wasn't meant to put up with that. And so if I'm being anything less than her, I'll be like, oh, you know what's going on. And you got to check yourself first.
Yeah,
always.
definitely.
You need to check yourself first. But
a lot of us were brought up that way, especially as women, and then sometimes just within religious structures, just this whole concept of kind of like, I think the way I was taught forgiveness, it was just to the point of like being a pushover. So like, it's one thing to not hold hurt, but I think it's another thing to just to keep allowing abuse,
Right. And that I agree, because I think that gets confused too about the whole forgiveness thing. And I would like to do another live with you about that forgiveness thing, because I think everybody has a misinterpretation of forgiveness. I've seen a few different like little memes come across my timeline. They kind of went like, forgiveness does not mean reattachment and re-inviting that thing in your life. I think forgiveness is an internal thing. It's not about the person knows you forgive them. About, you know what? They really hurt me. That person really, really did some damage. Do I want to keep this hate? Every time I think about them, it's taking too much away from me. It's doing too much. I need to just let this go.
Exactly. It's releasing your own energetic ties to the emotion. Like you said, it has little to do with the physical person, but it's just giving yourself permission to not hold on to that pain,
Absolutely.
not reliving it, re-experiencing that.
Definitely. That I feel like we purposely relive pain. We purposely relive it, looking for it.
Yeah, to rationalize where you are. So it's like, okay, I'm not in the place I want to be in life. So rather than take responsibility and acknowledge that I need to do X, Y, and Z to get out of this, I would rather blame my last relationship for my current situation, because it's easy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's not empowering. It doesn't help.
Oh, we blame the past because I guess if you haven't dealt with that portion of it to begin the healing process, you have to keep blaming it, because that's what's like keeping you there. Like, I didn't grow up with my mother. My mother was an addict. I'm a phenomenal mother. I'm not an addict. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I don't use like, so in this, I know that that's a story, but I had to figure out what it was that I didn't like and what I didn't want to become in that situation, and decided how I wanted to change that for my own self.
Exactly.
So, GetIt.com said, I used to guilt trip myself. You got to forgive yourself. You will sabotage all blessings.
That's good.
Because your self-guilt I can't because I'm driving. Won't allow you to feel like you
I got
deserve something. I like that, Rich. Rich, I really like that.
that is good. And that's another thing I want to point out. The guilt and fear and shame, those are such low vibrating frequencies. And like, I'm not trying to go on this anti-religious rant because I know that's not what it's about, but this chapter of my life
Sometimes
is very much about
you have to. And when hey sis, we can go there all day.
But
and if you on my live, you gonna hear it.
But for me, again, the instructions that I was taught in, I just feel like guilt and shame were just uses these tools, and I don't think that people were intentionally doing it, but this is just how it got trickled down.
Yeah.
They would just use as tools for control to make you behave a particular type of way. And it doesn't benefit anyone. Even so, like, for example, like the way, let's say, the way you deal with your children, if they don't do well in school, to shame this child for getting a bad grade is literally causing them unnecessary trauma and causing them to hate school. Whereas flip that and say, okay, how can I help you? How can I praise you when you do better? Or, I mean, not to say don't address it when it's wrong, but address it in a spirit of love. Like,
we forget to do that part. Grand Rising.
Yeah. But yeah, that's good that you pointed that out.
Yeah,
okay, GetItDone.com. You better say that.
What he say? You know what?
He said,
because black people are spiritual, not religious. That's
he
right.
Said, exactly. I'm just not trying to step on no toes. I'm new, so I'm trying to come in real gentle.
I like. You know what? That's. That's because here's the thing. Because when you speak of intuition, you'll have a person say, "Oh my God, I got a gut feeling." That gut feeling is called an